The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Racing League 360 Wingless Sprint Car Series. Going to be at Lernerville tonight. I got about 21 drivers checked in at last count. Going to be a great show for these guys. Didn't get to have the 360 winged show. A little technical difficulties prevented us from going on the air, but I think Dominic will get those straightened out and get us going here. Your quick time driver in practice right now also picked up the win in that race a little while ago at Cedar Lake. The wing car, Greg LeMay, was fastest to the checkered flag. Good to be back after a long hiatus.
Is the track closed?
Hope everybody had...
No, get out of here. Waiting for Roger to admit.
Hope everybody had a great week. Sorry we didn't get you any racing last week. Just not a lot going on, and without the DSRL guys, there just wasn't a ton of racing to be had. So, kick it. So the drivers and the crews had a week off. You guys did too, but we're back at it. Show tonight, show tomorrow night. PRO back on the air with us. 8 o'clock Central Time, I think, is when we're going to go live with that one. Then Wednesday night, the General Tires Winter Nationals will resume round number 4 for that series. Be sure that you mark your calendars for that. 21 official drivers as they get ready to advance the session here. We are going to get ready to watch these guys. They have 3 laps, and it's their average time over those 3 laps. They can't touch anything, bump anything, rub anything, go off track, turn the car too far sideways, or iRacing will kick them a 0 score, and they will start in the back of everything tonight, pretty much. But they get 3 laps, their fastest average time over those laps. Larry Moody on track. Lane Stevens, Skylar Brown. Let's go watch old Vinny Sansone. Vinny's been real good the first couple of rounds of this series. The driver of the 80 machine. He'll come out of turn 4, get on the clock. Has not been the quick qualifier that I can remember yet this season, but has picked up the win and doing pretty well. We'll start displaying points next week after we've had 3 races under our belt. We'll start showing where the drivers are sitting in the points. With 3 laps before they get a time, it takes a little while. There you go, Lane Stevens, 14.69. Sansone on his second of 3. There you see time starting to come in. Szerzynski. Now Greg LeMay, 14.66. Goes to the top. There is Sansone, 14.62 for 1,000. Silby was at 66. Several drivers. The Lawnmower Man, Nathan Davis. And I don't think we can call him that. I think we're going to have to start calling him Shades or something. He's gotten into the tent business, and whoa. Yeah, that is going to give him probably an incident right there. We'll see if he posts a time. But gotten into the tent business, and so I don't think the Lawnmower Man is going to be Davis's nickname any longer. Or maybe he's just doing that through the winter and he's going back to cutting grass. I don't know. Right now, out of 4. Looks like he is still on the clock, only on his 3rd and final lap right here, I think. Greg Sheeran on track right now. We'll see if Davis posts. That doesn't look like that is going to post us a time, but Sheeran is out there as well. Well, about 4 or 5 cars that still needed. Jackson McLean, Kevin Click, I think Hunter Conley, Davis, and this driver, Sheeran, trying to post times. But if they had an incident, it will erase their time completely. So we'll get ready to run through our starting lineups. We'll get down here and get a view of the car. 7 cars in each heat race, so 3 heat races tonight. Everybody's making it to the feature. There we go. Now we can get our grid going. It is going to be Tiny Dancer on the pole for heat race number 1 of the 118 car. Scott King on his outside. Tyler Schell in the 85. Rylan Gray will start the 06 machine on the inside of row number 2. And quick qualifier for the evening, Vinny Sansone will start the 80 on the outside of that row. Jacob Schmutz, the 1J car, row 3 inside. And the 93 of Cody Terry will start on his outside. And shotgun on the field in heat number 1, the 072, Craig Sheeran. Watching from work. Well, all right. Know you had to do that double today. So just waiting for the drivers to roll out. I think we're waiting on 1 car to hit. There it comes. That final car hit the grid. We'll roll off. Get things kicked off. Couple of quick pace laps, and then they will let these guys cut her loose. Don't you know it? We talk about that. Pulling a double on Valentine's Day, letting your honey race. I mean, what more could a guy ask for? You got the sugar mama thing going. I mean, come on. This is, he's got the perfect life. I mean, living the life of Riley for sure. All right, next time around at turn number 4, green flag, the pace truck. Going to hop off the track on the outside of turn number 3 this time. Everybody's going to the show, but under normal circumstances, we would transfer the top 4 automatically, and everybody else would have to go through the B main. Tonight, that's not the case, as we are a couple of cars short of having a full field. Still going to be a heck of a show.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. We are underway. Through 1 and 2, you can see him try to fan out just a little bit. Shell and King still side by side. Now Shell going to pull out with an advantage. Out of turn number 4, Sansone around the top side as well. Rylan Gray going to take the 06 car and see if he can rip the lip a little bit and get into third right here. Move Tiny Dancer back to 4th, then Sherm Schmutz and Terry. All right, now Sansone giving chase to the 85 of Shell. Couple, 2 or 3 drivers that we're used to seeing in DSRL that we haven't seen on Monday nights in any of the series because the World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink, iRacing World Championship Series was going on, and that has come to a conclusion. So those drivers here now. So we'll rip turns 3 and 4 and have 4 to go. Still Shell, Sansone, Gray, King, top 4. King might get a little pressure here from Sheeran before this is over. Out of 2 down the back stretch. He lost a little ground, did Craig Sheeran that time. Sansone trying to close in just a little bit here on Shell. Shell got sideways and Sansone closed the gap. Didn't have a lot of room on the exit. So keep those guys there. Rylan Gray, he's keeping the big right rear tire wound up on the top side. Just not making any headway. As we'll come around and grab the white flag in heat number 1. Tyler Shell still out in front. Looks like he's going to have this one in hand. He'll pick up a heat win here to kick things off for his wingless campaign at DSRL. Sansone's going to come home second. Then Gray, King, Sheeran, Cody Terry, and Jacob Schmutz. Don't be afraid to say hi if you're over on Twitch and YouTube as well. I can see all that in my multi-chat. I just don't have windows open for that because I actually have the All-Star race on right now. All right, drivers gridding out here. Let's show you heat race number 2 on the pole. Larry Moody, the 73 car. And to his right, position number 2, going to be Alex Straczynski in the 23. Second row inside, Lane Stevens in the 33 car. A lot of 3s in here. There's going to be Greg LeMay starting the 99 machine on the outside of row number 2, your third row. Garrett Boyd, the face for radio in the 21 car right there. And then Kevin Click will start his 25 machine on the outside. And Hunter Conley will shotgun heat race 2 field. Braden Hitt, Randy Snyder. Thank you guys for watching. Saying hi in the chat. We're going to roll these boys out of here. Good look at the track. Still in fantastic shape here. Drivers are going to start rolling out of the chute onto turn 4. A couple of pace laps. Good look there at Lane Stevens' car dropping in. So 8 more laps. Everybody's going to the feature. This is just going to fix our starting order with 21 cars here, and we would normally take 24. We realize we got some drivers missing due to a couple of different things. That Sweetheart Today thing. What do y'all call that? Valentine's Day, whatever it is. Man, I've been married for over 25 years. That shit went by the wayside a long time ago. We go on vacations for anniversary and Valentine's Day, so we don't have to do this stuff, and I kind of enjoy the arrangement personally. All right. Out of 4 going green this time.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air, heat 2 underway. Straczynski trying to grab the lead from Moody, and I think he's going to have it going into turns 3 and 4. At the line, Straczynski had the lead. LeMay working his way in there. Oh, he and Moody going to get sideways. Let's go back, take a look. We're going to watch the 25 of Click. He's going to come in here late, and Moody's already going to be sideways. Just got in and wasn't a lot of room, and then he's going to get collected. Nobody hit him, and I think Larry Moody even got away from that pretty good there. So, good job by those guys. Keeping them under. Just looked like pretty hard racing there. Starting the thing off. The track's still just a touch greasy. You get in low. The car's probably going to drift up a little bit. Race control will make a call on that, and we'll see if they move anybody around or if they just let it stand and put the cars where the service tells them to line up. We'll get ready to go back to green here in a lap or so. All right, one more pace lap. Lights should go off on our pace truck right here. They do at that. Guys will get single filed. Watch Greg LeMay's car roll by here. Straczynski, LeMay, Stevens, Boyd, Conley, Click, and Moody is how we will restart. Pace truck off the top of turn number 3. Green flag back in the air. Straczynski with a good start. LeMay right with him, and those two broke away a little bit for third. That looks like that's going to get tight right there as Lane Stevens hung on to it, but Hunter Conley made a good bid and showed him the nose down there in turn 2. He shows it to him again in 3 and 4, side by side off the corner. And Stevens hangs on once again. I think that's a matter of time, not an if or when. Does Conley clear him? And he does it coming out of 2. He should have it completely clean coming out of 3 and 4. Up the hill a little bit, close off the lane. Not quite this time. Good race here for third. Oh, that time Straczynski. Straczynski with a big mistake. He got down in 1 and 2, and he just pitched the car in a little bit too hard. I don't know if he got out of the throttle a little too much, or if he just twisted it down in there too hard. But he got sideways and triggered the caution. So that will move him to the back per the rules. We'll move Greg LeMay to the point. Hunter Conley up to second. Lane Stevens, Kevin Click, Garrett Boyd, Larry Moody, and the aforementioned Alex Straczynski. So still 3 to go. Things getting just a little hectic in heat number 2. Light should go off on our pace truck this time, and we should be on the 1 to go. One more heat race for you. I think the guys will have a few minutes of warm-up, and we might head straight for the feature. I don't think they run the consies when we don't have enough cars. Now, I have said that about series before. I've been proven wrong, so I hate to jump out on a thin limb, but I'm not afraid to sit on a fat one, and I'm pretty sure that that does not happen unless we have 25-plus cars. But the green flag back in the air, 3 laps to go. LeMay got a great start. He might break away from these guys. We'll see. Conley up the hill, little bump there. Conley's going to have to hang on to the car. And second, because Stevens was all over him. Click is up to 4th. Boyd Swings the car through the middle. He grabs fifth. Here comes Larry Moody on the bottom. Moody trying to pin the 73 up against the grass down there and find traction. Shazinski's around the top side. We'll see if he can hang on there. This time around, the white flag is in the air for Greg LeMay out in front. Stretching away, and he's going to easily win Heat 2. Looks like Hunter Conley's going to hang on for a second. Oh, Stevens had a problem. He's going to barely get to hang on to third in front of Kevin Click. Click was fourth, Boyd, Moody, and Shazinski in that order. And Stevens about turned the car around backwards and dumped it into 3 and 4, losing a bunch of spots. So, let's get in here and see if we can look at our starting grid for heat race number 3. The final heat race of the year will be Colby Cooper on the pole. And on the outside, that's going to be the 97 of Skylar Brown's. Actually, the 97 tonight. Sometimes that car has a 10 on it. Even though it is bright yellow, you can't miss it. Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan. Going to start inside row number 2, and Craig Silby will start on his outside. And you'll see the 71 of Wade Fields on the third row on the inside. And Mirrors. We'll just call him the Mirror Man. No, we can't call him Mirrors. We got to call him Shades. We're going to call Nathan Davis Shades from now on. At least until we know he's back working on grass. Those Shades, the 36 car, Nathan Davis on the inside, outside of row number 3. And then Jackson McLean going to start the 81 car. A shotgun on the field. There you see him rolling in. There's Nathan Davis's Black Diamond Motorsports machine. Wade Fields. Craig Silby. He's on the outside. That's that Elite Esports group. And then another Black Diamond Motorsports driver. That's the Little Hurricane. I like to call him the Tropical Depression, but he has grown so much the last 3 or 4 years. He's actually a pretty big kid now. He's not a tiny little squirt like he used to be. Final heat race, 8 laps. Getting ready to go green out of turn number 4. Light up the chat, guys. Talk about racing. Talk about something. There's my man. There's old Mr. Nichols, the hillbilly himself.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Heat number 3 underway. 1 and 2. Cars fanning out nicely. Going to come right back together here out of turn 2. And they're going to fan out one more time going into 3 and 4. Tight racing at the front. Cooper hung on for lap number 1. Brown right behind, and Hannigan. And Hannigan's been on fire lately. Winning races in all kinds of cars. And he is up here for third. Got some company. Got Craig Silby in the 8 car, the black and white machine, right behind him. And then Wade Fields, Nathan Davis, and Jackson McLean. It's a pretty tight race right here with these guys. 1 and 2. Ew. Thought for a second that Silby was really going to sail it in there. That kind of opens things up. That's going to let Hannigan work to the bottom. These top 4 cars just weaving and bobbing right around one another. Oh, Fields tried to really go deep right there, and he had a bump with the Silby. He had to save the car. You saw Hannigan make a mistake, got down in the grass. Now contact Brown. Spins it around. He's off the track. Fields and Hannigan. No caution from that. That's surprising. But they move to the back. Cooper hanging on to the lead right here. He's led since the drop of the green flag. We're going to be at 2 to go already. Silby's second. Davis is third. McLean is up to 4th. And then Fields, Hannigan, and Brown, the guys that were at the front battling, now suddenly at the tail end. Silby tried to close the gap right there. He showed the right front in the driver's window to Cooper. The white flag is in the air. Colby Cooper staying out in front. And he can hang on to it right here through 3 and 4. He'll win the final heat race of the evening. He'll be starting close to the front of the A main. Silby was second. Davis comes home third. McLean a close fourth. And then it's Fields, Hannigan, and Brown rounding things out. So we will sit here watch and see. I don't know that we're going to have a B main, but they may. If not, they'll have 5 minutes of warm-up, and they go straight to that 5-minute warm-up session. I'm sure they're going to give them a couple of minutes of this warm-up, and while they do that, we're going to go to a commercial break. All right, big shout out to the guys DSRL, great racing as always. And are you talking about Larry Boos? We need to get him back on the pre-race show and just talk racing one night for the heck of it. Maybe on a Wednesday night show. Let's try to plan that out, Tim. See if we can get him on, and we will jump up and have 10-15 minutes of pre-race and talk about all the upcoming racing and things that are going down and whatever else. But hello, Larry. Glad you are watching. The guys are back out for the warm-up. They need to work the track down just a little bit. As Skylar Brown, he may have to go work on the car. The good thing about cartoon racing, easy. You hit the reset button, boom, brand new car. Just as fast as the old one. Our buddy Jacob Schmutz here. A little Jackson McLean here in the warm-up session. Rylan Gray. Good to see Rylan back at DSRL. He's been gone for a while. He's been part of the deal with that Pro Series stuff. Tyler Shell, the same thing there, the 85 machine, involved in the Pro Series. And so it's Larry Carrington. Is that who we're talking about? As I see him in the chat, if it wasn't Boos, Tim, I still want you to try to hook that deal up. But hello to Mr. Carrington as well. Couple of more minutes of warm-up. Guys, don't forget tomorrow night, Pretend Racing Online. Back, I want to say third or fourth season with these guys. Pretty sure it's third. Might even be the fourth. They do a great thing over there. One week they run late model. The next week they run the 360 wing sprint cars, and they alternate back and forth. 2 individual championships and an overall championship, and we've been covering them for a while now. Those guys are a lot of fun, and they've got some really, really fast, really good drivers in that series. And we see quite a few of them, throughout the different series that we cover, but always fun when they come together on Tuesday nights. So for a while here, they will be on our Tuesday night regular show. I think both Dominic and I are going to try to cover that in tandem. Then Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, General Tires Winter Nationals presented by Tim's Sims and the Dirt Racing Network, hosted by the Dirt Slingers Racing League. Wednesday Night Warrior, big block modifieds. Those guys racing for a lot of cash and prizes in that series, and we have seen some awesome racing the first 3 weeks of that, as those guys got started back in January, and they had last week off for my vacation. So, but they will be back at it this week at Williams Grove. A big 50-lap feature for those guys on Wednesday night, so be sure that you mark your calendars for that and join us. Let's get in here and look at the starting grid for tonight's 30-lap A main. It's going to be Tyler Shell on the pole with Greg LeMay on his outside. Colby Cooper will start inside row number 2 of Vinny Sansone. on the outside of that row. Then Hunter Conley and Craig Silbier will make up the third row, inside and out. Position number 7 will go to Rylan Gray at the start with Lane Stevens on his outside. You will see Nathan Davis starting on the inside of row number 5 in the 36. And old tiny dancer Scott King will start position number 10. The 11th position is going to be Kevin Click, and on his outside, Jackson McLean. Craig Shearer will start 13th with Garrett Boyd in the 14th spot. Then Wade Fields and Cody Terry making up row number 6, 15, and 16. 17th position, Larry Moody. The old little hurricane back there in the 18th starting pot. And we will watch and see if he becomes the hard charger tonight. Works his way up through this field. Jacob Schmutz will start 19th. Alex Rosinski in 20th. And shotgun tonight on the field. Had trouble in his heat race while he was running close to the front. But he will start position number 21 tonight, the 97 of Skylar Brown. Sure, Cap. DirtSlingersRacing.com. Go over there, hit the join button, figure out which series you want to join. Fill out the appropriate application when it comes up, submit it, and then you will look for a private message in the iRacing forums and an invitation via iRacing to the series. There'll be some instructions in that private message about our voice chat system. Whether we are going to go to Discord or not is yet to be seen. We're going to try it out here pretty quick. But right now they're using TeamSpeak, so you'll get all that information. Feel free to join. All right, here we go. Green flag, 30 laps right here. Down through 1 and 2 the first time. You see these guys getting spread out. 2, 3, 4 wide car, almost off the top on lap number 1 in turns 3 and 4. He keeps it on. Gonna say that looks like that could have been Cooper. That was close to getting out of there. Side by side right now with Silby Cooper. Silby went 3 for 1 right there. Didn't get Sansone. Didn't get anybody as they all go right back around. Great battle right here in the middle of the field. It is Shell and LeMay 1-2. Connolly is sitting in third. That's that blue car right there. Middle of the screen. He's trying to work over Sansone here. Or Sansone may be trying to work him over. That's a good battle for a podium spot side by side. Shell and LeMay not really breaking away, but both of them have comfortable gaps as Sansone comes off the top of 4. He'll take over third. Connolly back to 4th. Silby still 5th. Then Cooper is 6th. Gray in 7th. Fields is 8th. Davis is 9th. Lane Stevens down the bottom. That's the Gray, number 33. You see he is 10th for the time being. Contact. He's around backwards. Caution.
Caution is out.
We watched it live. We don't need to go back and see it. He was down on the bottom. Had a little contact on the exit. Guys, don't forget, if you're on any of the Facebook pages, drop by the Dirt Racing Network. Like, share, follow. If you're over on YouTube and Twitch, hit subscribe. Be sure you say hi in the chat. We can see all of them. I seen Braden Hitt over there on YouTube a little while ago. Saw Capone on the Twitch, and I've seen everybody else on the Facebook tonight. So appreciate everybody watching, guys. Thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying the show. Right now, we still got 24 laps to go. And they're cycling through, but it's Shell, LeMay, and Conley, 1, 2, 3, Sansone and Silby, the top 5. Gray, Cooper, Fields, Davis, and Sheeram in the top 10. Looks like we got a couple of cars. Click and Jackson off track. So down to 19 running at this point. I didn't think that crash looked very bad at all. Not enough to warrant off-track cars for damage, but apparently we have some early retirees here. But they should be getting single file ready to go back to green this time. No, actually,
Green, green, green.
I probably moved something here beside the desk and it drug and made a lot of noise. Sorry about that. I was moving a couple of items on top of the desk. Get them out of my way. Oh, Conley, after the restart, down in the bottom of 3 and 4, got the left front tire down in the grass, and there's kind of a ditch there, and it looked like it grabbed it, flipped the car around just a little bit. He had to hang on for dear life, but he and Sansone back to side by side. Going to be 3 wide if they're not careful. Silby in there. Somebody off track. Is that Greg LeMay? Yeah, LeMay got the 99 car off track. And when he was trying to roll it back on, he stopped right there. Just long enough to trigger the caution. So he'll have to rejoin at the back of the field. Well, I'll be. Uh-oh. Where'd all the cars go? A little glitch in the iRacing matrix tonight, it looks like. That was odd. A little creepy, too, I might add. So still Shell, but Conley now up to second. Then Sansone, Silby, and Gray are top 5. Fields, Cooper, Davis, Sheeran, and Little Hannigan. 8 spots improved, but not our charger yet right now. 9 positions for Wade Fields from 15th to the 6th spot. Still 22 laps to go. Long ways to go. Should be going back to green. The pace truck going to drop off the outside of turn number 3. Tyler Shell given plenty of room for that to happen. He'll get ready to jump back on the loud pedal and get us underway. Green flag.
Green flag.
In the air. Saw Wade Fields pull that 71 car right down low on the exit right there. Just couldn't do anything with it. Now he might have a shot at Gray, and he gets the run off too. Move him up to 5th. 10 positions improved since the start. Puts the left front down in the ditch. Car got way out of shape, but Gray nowhere near close enough to get around him and make use of that. Shell, Sansone, 1, 2. Silby in 3rd. Conley, back to 4th. Silby using the bottom, and he starts to get close to Sansone, and then Sansone's momentum just streaks him away down the backstretch. Shell using the bottom in 3 and 4. He's trying to keep the 85 car right up against the inside. He dropped the left front off. That's a big mistake. You open the door for a driver like Vinny Sansone, he's going to make you pay. Here comes the slider in 3 and 4. The checks due. No change for you. New leader, Vinny Sansone, on lap number 13. Shell worked back around the top side in 1 and 2. Sansone right down to the bottom, throttle back in it. Not enough. Tyler Shell reclaims the point. Great battle to front. Not going to take our eyes off of this one. Out of 4. Down the front stretch. Shell again by a car and a half.
All right, man.
Caution.
Caution is out.
And it looks like Hunter Conley may be in this one. We'll see if that is true here. Up along the top. Goes in. Oh, yep, little cut down there. And Davis already had that spot occupied, a 360. He's going to keep that car going. So we will figure out where he's going to line up. Might be a little closer to the back than that. Not sure. I know he's way back here, back in about 14th or so. Well, not much happening there. Little pirouette, and away we go. It is still going to be Tyler Shell out in front. Sansone, Silby, Gray, and Fields. Top 5, then Davis, Hannigan, Cooper, Skylar Brown, and Craig Shearer up to 10th. Right now, Craig Shearer, or Mason Hannigan, Skylar Brown, your hard charger, 12 positions. From 21st inside of the top 10, he is up to 9th. Still got 14 laps to go in this one. Lights off on the pace truck. All right, pace truck off of turn 3. 14 laps remaining. Green flag in the air. Shell, great start for Tyler Shell. Silby looking to the inside of Sansone in 1 and 2. Don't think he's going to get it. Not this time. Sansone immediately goes top shelf. Going to rip the lip. The bottom feeder. Craig Silby going to try to work around and catfish. He's already on the podium. Would like to go a step up. Here comes Ryland Gray. Ryland Gray using the bottom and the middle. He's making moves right now. Move Gray to the top side, winning a little slider line in 3 and 4. He moves himself into the top 3. Silby back to 4th. Fields is 5th. Then Davis, Hannigan, Cooper, Brown, and Sheeran still the top 10. Tyler Shell easily hanging on to this one, but it looks like maybe Vinny Sansone figuring something out in the line, and he's closing it up a foot here, a foot there. Got about 4 car lengths, maybe 5 to make up if he is going to go 3 for 3, because I think he won the first 2. Pretty comfortable lead in the points right now. Shell. Down to the bottom. He's running the slider line. Sansone staying married to the top. Entry to exit. Here comes Ryland Gray. This time Gray stays on the top in 1 and 2. Last time around, he kind of did a modified slider line in 3 and 4. He stays on the top this time as Sansone runs the cut down line. Sansone went through the slick maybe a little too much. He is going to lose a lot of momentum. Ryland Gray goes around, takes over second. So now it's Shell, Gray, Sansone. Hannigan's in 4th. He's improved 14 positions, currently the hard charger. Would like to get on the podium here. Like I said, that kid's been on a tear and won in everything recently. I've seen his name on so many winner's circles. 6 to go this time by. Still Shell, Gray, Sansone, the top 3. Hannigan still 4th. Silby is 5th. Nathan Davis up to that 6th spot. Then Fields, Brown, Cooper, and Sheeran still rounding out the top 10. Pretty good battle here. This is for 5th and 6th. Silby's got it. Davis wants it. Wade Fields right behind that. He's trying to get in the mix. Right off the podium right here. Couple of spots. That time Silby dumped the left front down in the ditch. He's going to lose the spot. Might lose 2 as Davis goes by and Fields tries to work the high side. 3 laps remaining. Shell out of turn 4. Ryland Gray. You can see the interval. Gray making inroads. Close in the gap. Does he have enough time to get there and make a move to try to get the win? Lost ground in 3 and 4. Makes it up out of turn 4. Down to about lap and they're going to reset it. Gray's going to be close. I'm going to go with that could have been Nathan Davis here crashing. We'll go take a look. Up to the top. Oh, right rear hung it over. He's going to stop the car right there. That's your caution. So just when it was going to get interesting and we were going to see if Gray was going to close the gap, Shell's going to get another shot at one of those rocket restarts. And it'll be a 2-lap shootout. Shell up along the very top. He's just looking to see if there's any kind of moisture on that very outside. I don't believe that he would go up there and try to run that. I think he'll keep doing exactly what he's been doing and run that modified slider line a little bit. We should get the lights off on the pace truck. They do go off, so restart this time. Still got about 15 guys out here, all on the lead lap. Garrett Boyd in 16th, the first car 2 laps down. Pace truck, hard right-hand turn, out of turn 3. Tyler Shell, ready to go. Ryland Gray right up on the bumper, gets a good start with him. Shell did not get away too far. Up to the top side, Shell. Got a good run out of 2. Stretches out a car. Almost 2 that time. Here comes Sansone. Slider line for Shell. White flag in the air. One more time around. Ryland Gray. Got to do it now. Got to get that run coming out of 2. Try to slide him in 3 and 4. Try to rip it. Sansone is there. Hannigan is also right there. But we come out of 4, and Tyler Shell going to win our feature tonight at Lernerville. Round number 3. Ryland Gray, Vinny Sansone. We'll finish. Remind them to stay in a car. Driver getting out of the car before interviews. You want to frustrate a broadcaster, that's what you do right there. So Shell will bring it around. He's going to get us up. Well, maybe. Going to get us up on the podium, up on the top. And I know Vinny Sansone going to bring us around as well. So we'll get these guys in here and get them going. We'll get the guys drug up. I don't think we have one, so let's get. There's Tyler Shaw. Vinny is there.
User was moved to your channel.
Vinny Sansone, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. Well, great run tonight. We saw you stay up front pretty much the entire way there. Tell us a little bit about the feature, bud.
Yeah, had a great qualifying effort. Just a little bad luck. Ended up in a stacked heat race. Got as far forward as I could, and that still set me up for a pretty good start. Yeah, the track was pretty good. Just got to work on the car for those final 10 laps when it gets really slick like that. There's a fine line to keep a balance on these things, and I just still don't quite have it yet.
Well, it looked like the track did go through quite a bit of changes from the end of heat races and then through that warm-up session. And the feature, it looked like the middle was going to be fairly good. The top was going to be okay. The bottom, about halfway, looked like it just kind of came in. We saw a lot of cars down there. You talked about the balance. I mean, if you miss it by a car width, you're in a lot of trouble, aren't you?
Yeah, there at the end, like you're saying, the track wore down pretty good, but there's still a couple lines to hit. You just had to be really precise to get to them. And then when you're doing that, you really need a car to work both the bottom and the top well. And like I said, I'm still struggling to find that balance like some of those guys. Shell does a great job of it, so does Hannigan and Skylar and those guys, but we're working at it.
Well, fantastic run. I'm sure you got a few shout-outs before we let you get out of here, man.
Yeah, thanks to all the friends and family who support me and watch these races and stuff you guys broadcast and show out on their social media. So thanks to all you guys, and catch you next time.
All right. Thank you, Vinny. We'll see you back next week, bud.
Thank you.
Vinny Sansone. Let's get Ryland Gray. Even though he does not have his car here, we will just focus on the winner's car.
User was moved.
We'll chill him out real good at the beginning of this thing, and we'll tell him you need to stay in the car, and then we'll just say, "How you doing, Ryland Gray?"
was that, man? Sorry.
I said we're going to chew you out really fast at the beginning of us and tell you should have stayed in the car and brought it around the front stretch. But then we're going to say, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, yeah, you're good, man. That was my fault.
Man, you had a good run. You come home second. I thought if that stayed green, you were starting to close the gap. You had something figured out. Maybe you were going to get up there and challenge Shell a little bit.
Yeah, felt really good at the end of the race. I just need the track to slick up. I'm not that good here when it's tacky. I didn't get much practice at all, so. But I'm always good in the non-wings whenever it's slick, and I just figure out the line, thankfully, halfway through the race. I think if we just had a few more laps, maybe not that restart there at the end, I might have had Shell, but he just figured it out as well as I did, and I couldn't really get him.
Well, still an awesome run, man. You came 5 places forward. You weren't the hard charger tonight, but moving forward, especially when the track gets this slick, that's an accomplishment in and of itself. How hard is it to find grip out there, especially with no wings to help you with downforce?
It's definitely just feeling out the car and feeling out the track wherever you can give it as much gas without it spinning out, stuff like that. These cars drive really hard off the right rear, so you just got to figure that out without spinning the car out. A lot of torque. And getting up to second is pretty good for points. We weren't able to run Fairbury because of the Pro Series, but thankfully there's that drop week. And getting us 4th and a 2nd the first week and then this week, I think should be good.
Well, an awesome run tonight. I'm sure you got a few shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, all the guys at SSR, Lane, Stevens for making me this setup really quick at the end. Just everybody at SSR again, Tommy, Bruce, Brandon, everybody that's just there to helps practice with me and helps build setups with me, stuff like that.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you back next week, bud.
See you, man.
Rylan Gray, your second place driver tonight, and now we'll get him in here. Where's Gumby at?
Hello.
Hey, Tyler Schelt, man, good run tonight. You're going to pick up the win. Tell us a little about the feature. And you took your car.
Yeah, just roll the bottom first. I don't know, 15 or 16 laps, and then kind of started moving around, and then just kind of like the top and then the slider line, and I wasn't moving unless I got past. So yeah.
Well, there towards the end, right before we got that final caution with the 2-lap shootout, it looked like Rylan Gray was closing in. Did you know he was coming?
Saw on the relative he was coming. I would rather not see the caution because I just was in a rhythm. Just didn't want to screw up the start or something and get past. So biggest thing was just kind of getting the start good and hitting my marks for the final 2 laps and hoping to hold off.
Well, an awesome run. You pick up the win. First run with the 360 wingless here at DSRL, right?
Yep. First race.
So with about 10 weeks left to go, and with the drop week, you're probably a little behind on the points, but you got a shot to make up quite a few. We're going to see some more wins this season.
Hopefully, hope to come around a couple times and see what we can do.
All right, man. An awesome run. Give us some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a great victory tonight.
Yep, just like thank everybody at this race, Sonny for broadcasting, and I was up Simsport and More Than Tires, Jessup Logistics, Kings Platoon again, and Hurricane Real Estate.
All right, man. Congrats on the win again. I look forward to seeing you either later this week or the first of next week, buddy.
Thank you. See you.
All right, your winner tonight, the DSRL 360 Wingless Sprint Car Series, Tyler Schell. Let's take a look at our results. It was Shell picking up the win. Rylan Gray was second. Vinny Sansone in third. Then the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan. Hard charger for tonight. He picked up 14 spots. He comes home in that 4th position. Wade Fields was 5th. Craig Silby in the 6th. 7th went to Skylar Brown. Greg Sheeran picked up the 8th spot. 9th was Greg LeMay. LeMay ran up front and then dropped the right rear off of the turn 3 and 4 berm on the outside and fell all the way back to about 17th or 18th. Nice recovery. Makes it back inside the top 10, but kind of expect to see that 99 car a little closer to the front. One mistake and your fortunes can change that quickly. Kobe Cooper was 10th. Scott King comes home 11th. Jacob Schmutz 12th. Nathan Davis in 13th. Lane Stevens was 14th. 15th went to Hunter Conley. 16th was Garrett Boyd. Alex Rosinski in 17th. 18th was Larry Moody. Cody Terry was 19th, Kevin Click 20th, and Jackson McLean rounded out the field. So round 3 is in the books for the 360 Wingless Sprint Car Series here at DSRL. Another great show. The guys did a good job. They're going to be back next week at Lima Land. Tiny little high bank bull ring. Should be a heck of a show. These big horsepower cars on that itty-bitty little track. It should be fun to watch. Be sure you tune in. Don't forget tomorrow night, PRO. 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern. I think it's late models tomorrow night. I'm not sure of the track. Didn't grab the schedule before I came in here tonight. But we will be live then the Wednesday night from Williams Grove. The General Tires Winter National Series, presented by Tim Sims and the Dirt Racing Network, hosted by the Dirt Slingers Racing League Wednesday Night Warriors Big Block Modified Series, round number 4. That is a great series. They get a lot of great drivers in there. Should be a hell of a show. You guys tune in for that. And we'll be off until next Monday night. But for Dominic Santino and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, guys, we appreciate each and every time you tune in. We know you can watch this stuff anywhere you choose to watch it with us. Don't forget, like, share,